All right, good morning. Welcome to KVUE News Daybreak. Time is 5 a.m.
All right, we are following some developing news overnight out of Temple. A lot of you wanted to know about a loud boom that was heard in Georgetown. We have learned that noise came from exercises at Fort Hood Military Base.
The noise was heard from Temple as far south as Georgetown. Temple police say both Fort Hood and SpaceX alerted them about exercises happening this week. Now, we don't know exactly what type of exercises they're training. However, one witness says she saw a large flash coming from the area. Of course, we'll update you as soon as we get more information on that. Good morning to you, and thank you so much for joining us for KVUE News Daybreak. I'm Brian May.
And I'm Yvonne Nava. It is Thursday, May 25th, and you'll be able to pull your grill out this Memorial Day weekend. The weather not looking so bad, at least the first half of it.
Yeah, you might have a few chances to get that grill out, but there might be a few rain showers, right, Erica Lopez?
Yeah, unfortunately, we're tracking rain for Memorial Day. Like Yvonne said, the first half is looking clear. As for today, here's what you're waking up to. Temperatures in the 60s, so it's a little bit warmer than yesterday morning. Still clear, still comfortable, humidity-wise. Your warm up in the last 24 hours, you're definitely feeling it compared to yesterday. Fredericksburg, 17 degrees warmer. Austin, a 7-degree warm up from yesterday morning. Here's how today is going to play out. Temperatures are getting toasty. They're going to stick around for a little bit. Highs in the lower 90s today. Lots of sun. I think we'll have a pretty decent breeze to hopefully cool you off from those 90-degree temperatures, though. A south wind anywhere from 10 to about 20 miles an hour. So these are your current dew points. In the 50s, it's comfortable. Anytime we're over 60-degree dew points, that's when it starts feeling muggy. And that's what our forecast is indicating. Friday into Saturday, dew points are going to increase, so we're talking heat index values in the triple digits Friday and Saturday. I'll break down more details and also talk about your Memorial rain shower chances in the forecast coming up. Anavid Reyes has the latest in terms of traffic. How are the roads looking like this morning, Anavid?
Good morning, Erica. They're looking pretty great. Take a look at this. This is I-35 at Blackson Avenue. You can see traffic is flowing very nicely in that area, so no major concerns to report this morning. I do want to let you know about a long-term closure. This is 183 southbound. The exit to Montopolis on this highway will be shut down until early next year, so make sure to exit at Bull and then make a U-turn here at Airport and go south towards Montopolis. Guys, back to you.
Anavi, thank you very much for that. And breaking news traffic-wise in the Metroplex up near Dallas-Fort Worth. Look at this, live pictures here. A slow-speed chase involving an RV. A man and two kids inside of an RV avoiding police for several minutes on Interstate 30 there in Dallas. Dallas police reporting the man shot his wife and then took two kids, entered the RV and led police on a slow-speed chase down Interstate 30. This is right near Arlington there. You can see multiple police units and fire units on the scene there. We don't know the condition of the people inside the motorhome at this time, but we do know the chase has ended and they are now fighting the fire. The RV appeared to have blown a tire, which caused it to catch on fire, and that is where they stand, right in the middle of Interstate 30 in Dallas right now. We'll update you as soon as we learn more information on this unfolding event in the Metroplex this morning.
Well, today we are hoping to learn more information about how two commercial planes bumped into each other's wings last night at ABIA. It happened just before 8:30. Officials say it caused noticeable damage to at least one of the planes. ABIA says a United Airlines plane was taxiing out of a gate, while an American Airlines plane was sitting at a gate nearby when somehow both planes' wings collided. The plane was headed to Houston. Passengers had to get off of the plane using stairs outside. Officials say all passengers were rebooked on new flights. There were no injuries in the collision. The FAA is investigating the incident.
Voters in Montana head to the polls in just a few hours, but the leading congressional candidate now facing charges after allegedly assaulting a reporter. Republican Greg Gianforte is accused of grabbing the reporter by the neck and slamming him to the ground. That's the reporter there on the left. This is in a recording of the alleged assault. The reporter can be heard asking the candidate, Greg Gianforte, about health care. Then the scuffle.
To the CBO score, because you were waiting to make your decision about health care until you saw the bill and it just came out. And what you thought
we'll talk to you about that later.
Yeah, but there's not going to be time. I'm just curious if you have the
speak
right
with
now.
Shane, please.
But you don't have.
Sick and tired of you guys. The last time that came in here, you did the same thing. Get the hell out of here.
There it is as it unfolded. Now, in a statement, Gianforte's spokesperson says the reporter entered a private office, aggressively shoved a recorder in the candidate's face, then asked, quote, badgering questions, end quote. Overnight, at least 3 newspapers pulled their endorsements from the candidate.
New information on a bill aiming to dismantle the Affordable Care Act. A new report by the Congressional Budget Office says the GOP health care bill would leave 23 million more Americans without insurance and would force some of the nation's sickest citizens to pay much more for coverage. ABC's Lana Zach explains what lawmakers are now doing to tackle the health care overhaul.
Shame! Shame! The new estimates are in, and the nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office is projecting millions of uninsured Americans.
The report makes clear Trump care would be a cancer on the American health care system.
Earlier this month, House Republicans narrowly passed their version of the bill.
This is a repeal and a replace of Obamacare.
Moving forward without a full accounting of the likely effects of their legislation. But now the CBO report is complete, and it estimates that in its current state, the bill would reduce the federal deficit by $119 billion over the next decade, but also leave 23 million more people uninsured. The likely effects even more dire for people with pre-existing conditions and senior citizens. A 64-year-old making roughly $26,000 in some states could see his or her premiums climb nearly $12,000 or more. The AARP in a statement condemned the plan for what they called the devastating impact the bill would have on older Americans by imposing an age tax and hiking costs for those who can least afford them, eroding seniors' ability to live independently. But the head of the Senate Republican says he's committed to repeal and replace regardless of what the CBO says.
It's a technical, procedural step. Beyond likely reiterating things we already know, the updated report will allow the Senate procedurally to move forward.
But the bill faces an uphill battle in the Senate, and some moderate Republicans, like Susan Collins, are calling upon their fellow legislators for a bipartisan solution. Lana Zach, ABC News, Washington.
We are learning more this morning about the man accused of setting off that bomb outside of a concert hall in Manchester, England, killing 22 and injuring dozens more. The brother of Salman Abedi told officials he knew his brother was going to carry out an attack, but he says he did not know where or when. Libyan authorities detained Hashem Abedi on Tuesday for questioning. A spokesperson for Libya's counterterrorism force says Salman called his brother 30 minutes before the attack. Hashem, the brother, told officials he knew exactly how the bomb was made and believes that Salman created the device by himself. He also told them he helped his brother, but didn't go into details about how. Their father, along with another sibling, have also been arrested. So far, a total of 8 people are in custody in connection with Monday's attack.
Austin police need your help this morning tracking down a man accused of sexual assault. So take a look at your screen here. We have a sketch of that man. Police say it happened around 3 in the morning on May 4th. The victim says she was walking on Rainey Street during the attack. She said the suspect lured her to a secluded area before assaulting her. He is described as a black man in his early 30s. He carried a black messenger-style backpack and has a short buzz cut with a stocky build. If you have any information, call police. Now let's check on our forecast with Erica.
All right, a toasty forecast, not only today, the next several days. The good thing about today, I think you'll at least enjoy, is that the fact that humidity levels will be on the lower side. This morning, temperatures are slightly warmer than yesterday morning. We're waking up to temps in the 60s. If you remember, yesterday was a little bit chilly out there. We woke up to temps in the 50s. So you'll feel the warm up. 7 degrees warmer this morning in Austin, 16 degrees warmer in Fredericksburg. But again, humidity levels are on the lower side, under 60 degrees, so it's comfortable out there. That's not going to be the case Friday and Saturday. What is going to be the case today, Friday and Saturday, will be 90-degree high temperatures. Check that out. Lower 90s, your forecasted high today here in Austin, 93. We'll have lots of sunshine. If you are outdoors, it's going to be warm. At least we'll have a slight breeze anywhere from 10 to 15 miles an hour. Overnight lows tonight, not that cool. That's because humidity will be on the rise, and the humidity is going to stick around Friday and Saturday. So I'm talking dangerous heat index values. I'll let you know just how warm we can expect to get for the start of the weekend in the full forecast. Guys, back to you.
Erica, thank you. When you think of a high school engineering class, you might think of an airplane model. But in Georgetown, they're actually building the real thing.
Really? KVUE's Christy Millward is live in Georgetown. And Christy, these students have been working on it all year, and they're ready to show the plane off today, aren't they?
Brian and Yvonne, this has been months in the making, and we are actually getting a preview this morning of what that final product looks like. I'm here with their engineering teacher, the student's engineering teacher, Dan Wyatt. Now, Dan, this is the real deal. This is the plane. Explain to me what it is that we're looking at back here.
Sure. This is a Vans RV-12 light sport aircraft. The kids have been working on this along with our mentors since last September, and as you can see, it is now a legal, complete, ready-to-fly airplane.
Oh my gosh, and this will go up to 130 miles per hour, correct?
Yes, ma'am. About 130 mile an hour cruise speed, about 400 mile range. Just a fun, neat little airplane to fly.
A neat little airplane. Tell me what all has gone into the making of this with these students.
We're extremely fortunate. We had a group of mentors that have come out and worked with the kids more hours than I can count over the last 9 months working on this. We've had a group of 24 kids that have been extremely dedicated, great group of parents. The district has been extremely supportive. The businesses of the airport have been incredibly supportive. It's really been a community effort. Lots of people have really put a whole lot of effort into getting us to where we are today with this.
Absolutely, and this is something that combines all of the students' skills and what they've been learning, math, science, all of that.
Yeah, that's what's really neat about this program. We got the kids doing a college-level aerospace engineering class, the hands-on aspect of building a real airplane, and also they get to spend time out here at the airport working with the different flight schools, with the different avionics shops, with the different mechanics, learning that side of the aviation business as well.
Absolutely. Now, I want to make sure we get this part in. Tell me how you guys raise the money for this through this nonprofit, and people can still donate to do it again next year.
Yeah, so the goal is to build a plane every year, and it's not an inexpensive program, but obviously the tangible results are incredible. We have an organization called Tango Flight. It's a Texas 501c3 that owns the airplane, has raised the money, continues to raise the money for the next and subsequent airplanes, and that's is sort of who is helping us out with all this, along with the local businesses.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us so early this morning. And if you want to donate to Tango Flight so that the kids can do this again next year, we have all that information on our website at KVUE.com. Live in Georgetown, Christy Millward, KVUE News.
Such talent.
I dissected a worm in high school. These kids built a plane. My
That's what I was going to say.
goodness
What
gracious.
did you do in high school? Dissected a worm. Did you do well with that?
I probably didn't even pass that, unfortunately for me. What a great group of kids.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, still ahead, a woman fights back against a car thief.
That's right. She jumped on the top of her car after he hopped inside. So what police are saying about her somewhat courageous act to keep her property.
And it's a myth that's once again getting attention here in Austin. Are your car headlights attracting gangs? We spoke with police about the rumor to see if there's any truth to it.
And again, let's take these live pictures from Interstate 30 in the Dallas area. This is actually, you see a reporter stepping in front of the picture there, but they're reporting on an RV that was on a slow speed chase with police, a man with 2 kids inside. That has now ended, and we'll of course get an update for you as soon as we learn more information. Stay with us. We'll be right back.